Who is the greatest opening pair in Test cricket history? It's a debate that has echoed through generations, from the dusty pitches of the 1930s to the floodlit arenas of modern-day Test cricket. Some fans believe it's all about longevity, the sheer volume of runs scored together. Others think the average partnership tells the real story. And of course, most of us secretly lean toward the pair that includes our personal heroes. But today, we are doing something different. We'll find the answer objectively, not by opinion, but through data and logic. This is part 1 of a multi-part series where we'll explore 1. The most Test runs by opening pairs. 2. The highest percentage of century stands. 3. The best runs per innings ratio. 4. And the overall success to failure percentage of each duo. If a pair shines across all of these, we'll crown them the undisputed kings of opening partnerships. So sit back, grab your cup of tea, and let's begin. The top 15 most prolific opening pair in Test history. Number 15. Tamim Iqbal and Imrul Kays. The pride of Bangladesh cricket. In 53 innings together, they scored 2,336 runs, providing hope and foundation for a growing cricketing nation. They may not have record-breaking averages, but they gave Bangladesh something priceless: stability at the top. From the early 2010s onwards, Tamim's flamboyance and Kays's composure set the tone for Bangladesh's Test revolution. Their partnership proved that even the youngest Test nation could produce opening duos to stand shoulder to shoulder with legends. Number 14. Michael Vaughan and Marcus Trescothick. Before Vaughan became the mastermind captain who lifted the 2005 Ashes, he and Trescothick formed one of England's most elegant opening pairs. In 54 innings, they piled up 2,487 runs. Vaughan's classical drives through the covers blended perfectly with Trescothick's fearless aggression against the new ball. They were England's breath of fresh air in the early 2000s, the bridge between a struggling team and a golden generation in the making. Number 13. Graeme Gooch and Mike Atherton. Two men, two captains, two eras colliding at the crease. In the 1990s, England's batting was often under siege, but when Gooch and Atherton walked out, there was always a sense of defiance. They shared 44 innings and 2,501 runs, built mostly against the best attacks in the world: Ambrose, Walsh, McGrath, and Donald. Not many partnerships scored big runs while facing such relentless pace and swing. They were the embodiment of English resilience. Number 12. Marcus Trescothick and Andrew Strauss. The left-handed duo who became the face of England's new dawn. Across 52 innings, they scored 2,670 runs. Trescothick's attacking flair, driving through point, and Strauss's calculated temperament at the other end made them a nightmare for bowlers in the mid-2000s. Their partnership set the foundation for many of England's famous Test victories, including crucial ones leading up to the 2005 Ashes triumph. Number 11. Sir Leonard Hutton and Cyril Washbrook. Travel back to the post-war era. When Sir Len Hutton and Cyril Washbrook walked out to bat, England found consistency after years of turmoil. They shared 51 innings and 2,880 runs, at a time when pitches were unpredictable and protective gear was minimal. Their discipline and technique were textbook examples of how to counter swing and seam in English conditions. Hutton, England's first professional captain, was grace under pressure, and Washbrook his perfect foil. We are now entering the top 10, and this is where it gets serious. The runs are bigger, the partnership stronger, and the legends larger than life. Number 10. Herschelle Gibbs and Graeme Smith. The South African fire and ice combo. In 56 innings, they amassed 2,983 runs. Gibbs, a natural stroke maker with the ability to dominate any bowling attack, and Smith, a born leader with an unbreakable temperament. Together, they gave South Africa blistering starts that defined the early 2000s. When these two clicked, even the best bowlers struggled to make early breakthroughs. Number 9. Sunil Gavaskar and Chetan Chauhan. India's warriors of the 1970s and early 80s. They scored 3,010 runs in 59 innings, often facing the fiercest fast bowlers in history: Holding, Roberts, Lil Lee, and Thompson. Chauhan may not have centuries to his name, but his value lay in his grit. He gave Gavaskar the time and stability to script match-saving epics. No flash, no drama, just hard, old-school Test cricket. They taught India how to fight fire with patience. Number 8. Sir Jack Hobbs and Herbert Sutcliffe from England. Now this one is legendary. Only 38 innings together, but they scored 3,249 runs at a mind-blowing average of 87.81 per partnership. That's right, nearly 88 runs every time they opened together. Hobbs and Sutcliffe played between 1924 and 1930, often on uncovered wickets that were nightmares to bat on. Yet they dominated like few others in history. If longevity were on their side, they might have topped this list. Number 7. Bobby Simpson and Bill Lawry. The Ironmen of 1960s Australian cricket. In 62 innings, they put together 3,596 runs. They didn't rely on flair, they wore down bowlers through discipline and patience. Simpson's tactical awareness and Lawry's stubborn defence became the foundation of Australia's stability after the retirement of legends like Neil Harvey. They were the blueprint for future Australian openers. Tough, patient, relentless. Number 6. Mark Taylor and Michael Slater. Two contrasting personalities, and that's what made them brilliant. Taylor, the calm tactician. Slater, the energetic shotmaker. In 78 innings, they piled up 3,887 runs. Their partnership symbolised the 1990s Australian dominance, methodical yet explosive. Whether at the MCG or Lords, they set the tone for the likes of Steve Waugh to follow. Now, the top 5. The difference between these next pairs isn't just numbers, it's legacy. Each one changed how opening batting was played. Number 5. Virender Sehwag and Gambhir. In 87 innings, they scored 4,412 runs, India's most successful opening pair in tests. Sehwag redefined opening batting itself, attacking from ball 1, turning pressure back on the bowlers. Gambhir balanced that chaos with patience, often weathering the new ball on overseas tours. Together, they gave India unforgettable starts, from Multan to Melbourne, from Delhi to Durban. They weren't just openers, they were match breakers. Number 4. Marvan Adipattu and Sonat Jayasuriya. Technique meets aggression. In 118 innings, they scored 4,469 runs. Adipattu's textbook precision blended beautifully with Jayasuriya's fearless approach. They revolutionized Sri Lanka's batting in the late 90s and early 2000s, showing that test openers could dominate with flair, not just survive. On their day, they could destroy any attack, anywhere in the world. Number 3. Alistair Cook and Andrew Strauss. The modern English masters. Across 117 innings, they put up 4,711 runs together. Strauss was calm and calculating, Cook patient and unshakable. Their partnerships were the cornerstone of England's rise to the number 1 test ranking in 2011. They didn't just survive, they built innings that shaped victories across continents. Number 2. Justin Langer and Matthew Hayden. The ferocious force of the 2000s. In 113 innings, they scored 5,655 runs. Hayden, the powerhouse, intimidating bowlers from the first over. Langer, the gritty fighter who matched technique with heart. They symbolised Australia's dominance, walking out with confidence, intensity, and unmatched chemistry. Few pairs embodied team spirit and aggression quite like them. Number 1. Gordon Greenidge and Desmond Haynes. The West Indian Giants. 148 innings. 6,482 runs, a record that still stands untouched. They opened for 13 years, through the golden age of West Indies cricket, when facing them was every bowler's nightmare. Greenidge, raw power and class. Haynes, patience, calculation, and steel. Together, they built the platform for legends like Viv Richards to dominate. They faced the world's best and came out on top, again and again. Their consistency, longevity, and impact make them the greatest opening pair in Test history, at least as per volume of runs scored. So there you have it, the top 15 most prolific opening pairs in Test history. From the grace of Hobbs and Sutcliffe to the power of Greenidge and Haynes, each era had its champions. But the journey isn't over, it's just a start. In the next episode, we'll look at the highest percentage of century stands, to see which pair converted starts into monumental scores and few other parameters to find out the greatest opening pairs in the history. Stay tuned for our upcoming videos for this multi-part series where we would compare other parameters and finally decide which pair remains supreme. Thanks for watching.